So January transfer window already started.
Okay.
Pogba seems going out.
Like F
Okay.
him, like he has to go.
Yeah.
Like for
So-
me, it's like I think this morning I changed my mind because I am like I love him. Like I really like him for a player. Like because easily top
Skill. He has the
top
skill. Yeah.
top three
player.
midfielders in the world.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
He can get past defenders, shoot, create. This guy is everything. But mentality, he's like last three. Because
He's not in it.
yeah, he's not in it. He can go for brother wedding, dancing all, then cannot come for training.
Because injured.
Then after that go for what charity game. Then after that, I don't know. It's just
What? Wait, charity game. He
yeah.
played
So
for charity.
no, he didn't
Oh, man.
play. He
I
was a
didn't-
coach
He was a
for his
coach.
brother's charity game, like the Pogba family
Oh.
charity game. I mean, okay, your heart is somewhere, but like if you don't like playing for United, just say like we'd rather not have a Judas in our team. Like if you hate the team, if red is not your color anymore and you want to go somewhere, just go. If there's a chance for Bruno, just go for Bruno. Like that's it. Like enough is enough. Get rid of this Pogba guy. This is Kiss My Badge, previewing the EPL, and we're now going to talk about the bottom six.
Yes.
We always talk about the top six. So
Yeah.
Yes,
give
because
chance,
we are just past the halfway mark, match week 22. Everyone played 21 games except for Liverpool and West Ham. So just want to see the relegation zone in the new year. Bottom six, starting with 15th position, Burnley at 24 points, followed by West Ham with a game in hand, 22 points. Aston Villa with 21 points. Bournemouth at 20 points, Watford 19 points, and last is Norwich with 14 points. Their only highlight is beating Manchester City. After that, Pookie and gang gone.
Gone.
Right. So the question is, will this be the bottom six? Because just to include, because the 5 teams after that is having the range of 24 to 27 points, not that far off lah.
within
5
each
points
other.
away,
Yeah.
1 or 2 games
Yeah.
win away. But what do you think? Just to add, Norwich, Aston Villa and Sheffield United were the newly promoted clubs.
Yeah.
Yep.
What he Sofyan says is correct. Just a couple of wins, 2 or 3 wins in a row, and you will jump up like Southampton from the relegation zone. Now suddenly in 12th spot. The thing is that everything is very very close. But for me, Norwich, I don't think will make it out of the relegation zone. They are seemingly too far apart, and their defense is conceding way too many goals. They are looking like they are out of their league.
So they are conceding more than they are scoring. I guess.
They have currently the worst defense.
Yep.
And for them and the second last team is already 5 points ahead, 5 points apart. And Watford, who is second last, is suddenly having a second lease of life with the new manager.
Because we gave them the life.
You give a lot of teams life,
Yeah.
Arsenal.
I mean, yeah. when the bottom is really down for them, you give life.
you give hope,
Yeah. Please be thankful, Gunners.
Yeah. So for the Hornets and Watford, they have since the new manager took over. So he took over when they were against Liverpool. They were unlucky to lose at Liverpool because of few missed kicks. And after that, they got 3 wins out of their last 4.
Yep.
So now they are racking up the points. Nigel Pearson seems to be doing something right now.
The only team that I feel like shouldn't be there is Bournemouth, because Bournemouth to me is always like a bogey team, because we don't have a good, I mean we do have good wins against them, but usually they give us a fright.
Yeah.
And yeah, usually Bournemouth is that kind of team that will
Yes.
give most top teams a fright, but I don't know how they are there now, but I feel like Bournemouth will get out. Probably Watford will also get out, and Burnley and Brighton will go down. Like for me, like I've already decided it's Burnley, Watford, and Burnley, Brighton, and Norwich.
Like for me, when we faced Bournemouth, right, that was the only game I think this season that I can actually rest my heart after 60 minutes, because they were so bad that we were winning by 3-0. It was such an easy game. For once, it was an easy game. It's because they have 13 of their so-called first team players, 11 plus another 2, who is currently out injured. If these players can get back in time, Bournemouth will be the team that used to scare all the big teams. They have so many players injured right now. Nathan Ake and the rest of the gang. There's so many. Even when they were against Liverpool, 2 went out due to injury. So there is a possibility. I would like to see Bournemouth improving. But if they do not have these players back, I will find it very difficult for them to get out of the relegation.
So besides Norwich, what are the other 2 teams you think that is not performing this halfway through the season?
I think it's currently now Watford is going out. I agree with Satish. I think they will escape the relegation zone. I think Bournemouth will stay because most of their players still haven't come back. If they don't get any reinforcements in this January transfer window, so I have a feeling that Aston Villa will also go down together with Bournemouth.
They are different from the last 10 years that we know them.
But for me, I don't want to see Villa go down.
Yeah, I think
they just came up.
They are like the classic.
Yeah, they are one of those clubs that where when we are young,
it's like primary school time,
and then suddenly they drop and then they go up. But I think if they go down again, players like Jack Grealish, but Jack Grealish is a Villa throughout, so I don't think he would leave. But like I was saying just now, Bournemouth, right? This Ryan Fraser might be going off to bigger clubs. But for me, if things doesn't improve like what it is now, then I think Aston Villa, Bournemouth, and Norwich is everybody's favourite to go down now. So
just to mention, I think next season, if Leeds continue their form, they might come back up and join us in the Premier League.
Currently, they are second.
First.
They're top. Okay.
So let's talk about West Ham lah. Since new manager, new
the
win 4-0,
football genius.
the genius.
Football genius.
that was once a former United manager.
The one supposed to replace Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, the chosen one.
Yeah.
So will they go down?
David
because
Moyes.
they seem the first game and it's 4-0.
No, I just hope. I mean, okay. I don't hate David Moyes like in a personal manner, but I just hated his tactics. Right? He's that one fellow who, you know, they say like too many cooks spoil the soup and that kind of thing, right? But it's like Sir Alex Ferguson handed you a perfect soup.
Yeah, and you spoil it.
Yeah, he didn't spoil it. He destroyed it. He destroyed it and tried to make a new one. So he's totally stupid. Like for me, there's no hate. I just think that he's the stupidest fella ever.
Do you think that his level of managerial abilities is for smaller clubs only? Because I think he was doing quite well at Everton. But Everton didn't really go to Champions League or Europa League. He was just there. Just maintaining.
No, because over the years, right, the ex-players, they've all come out and given interviews like what happened during the Moyes time. It's very clear-cut. They all said that he tried to change what Sir Alex had for 30 years. You know, it's like you don't come day one and say, okay, change everything. Like, if I'm not wrong, some things are very basic. Like, for example, Sir Alex allowed the academy boys to eat with the first team. Like under 21 or whatever. So all of them can actually meet their idols, right? They can makan together and all that, they can interact. But David Moyes stopped that. He stopped and say like, no, first team, eat one time and then, you know, again, the lower rankers will come in later on. So there's no like positivity. Everybody lost the touch. Like the youngsters will feel like, okay, I got no chance to be in the first 11.
I think what he didn't understand that big clubs such as United, right, has rich cultures, and it's not playing culture, it's behind the training culture, how people mix the back end stuff, how they mix and how they communicate.
Even it's tradition.
You
don't change tradition.
Even Jurgen Klopp says it himself that it's not just the players itself. It's the cook, the gardener, the guy doing the jersey. That's why when we won, I think the last cup that we won was the Club World Cup, right? Then the team took a photo and then he called the entire backroom staff to take a photo together as well. So it's everybody. Jurgen Klopp, his relationship with everybody is very, very close, even to the cooks, to the cleaning ladies, to everyone. So like what Sufyan says is true. Like for Manchester United, they have that tradition. It's the same with Liverpool, and I think I think it's with Arsenal as well. Maybe at Everton it's not that big. There's not so many players when David Moyes was there, so he was maybe a little bit out of his league. The most important signing for me personally is Jurgen Klopp itself. He actually breathes a new life into Liverpool team. But this is something that people may miss. When his first interview, he did say that give us time. Please give us time. You cannot be expecting something short term and just to explode into success.
I think just to add, right, by the board signing Jurgen Klopp, right, that made like players, right, like okay, he's here for the next 4 years.
Yes.
I'm going to resign. I'm going to extend my contract. And people from outside, also players from outside, they will say, okay, Klopp will be here 4 years. I'm coming in.
Yeah. So that's the thing.
Changes a lot of things.
Like for Jurgen Klopp, right? I think every team's board plays a part as well. How fast do you want the success? Okay, some teams like maybe we were the champions. Now they are not thinking about the rebuilding process. They want the success fast.
We are the classic example of that, because we were winning, and then there's no rebuilding, there's no restructuring, and once Sir Alex went, nothing. Everything became commercial at Woodward. I hate that guy, but yeah.
I think we all hate our owners.
I mean,
our
all three of us.
Our previous owners nearly got us bankrupt.
Yeah. Peter Lim wanted to buy Liverpool, you know.
Yeah.
Peter Lim wanted to buy Liverpool.
That was how.
Who's a hardcore Manchester United fan, by the way. But that's another story.
Business business is
business. I mean, right now he'll be even richer if he had gotten Liverpool at that time.
But now your new owners
are Americans.
Yeah, Americans also. It's the same as Man U, right? Man U is also Americans. Right?
That's why I hate
American.
Yeah. They don't have money, you know. They don't have money.
Yeah.
They
so
loan
gambling.
out. Yes, they loan out
all
the
on
money.
debt.
Yes.
I mean, I hate these Americans. Seriously.
Their business model.
Yes, their business model is nearly the same. They don't have cash at all. So they will invest, and then they will do their business from there. Like Liverpool owners, they were lucky that they got Jurgen Klopp, who is basically his line of work. He doesn't really buy the big plants. He like the younger players.
The average players.
And other fans were talking about like we buying Virgil van Dijk at that time was world most expensive players, and Alisson splashing money on him. Said these two players, the cost of these two players comes from continuous sale. The board doesn't come up with any money yet. So the net spend by Liverpool owners, although I am very, very thankful that they saved us from bankruptcy, they did sign Jurgen Klopp. That is, to me, is the biggest achievement for them. Their net spend is only $70 million in 4 seasons. How much have they gained back from the Champions League, from the second league finish? And this season, that money from Champions League, second league finish, he has not bought anyone except for Minamino. Minamino's fee is the same as the Club World Cup's prize money.
Wow, so good business, this one.
Yeah. So I think there's one fella, something Edwards, I forgot his name, is Liverpool scouting chief. He is the best man for the job. He sells players like Solanke, Ryan Kent for 23, 24 million, and then he got Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold. All these are free for Liverpool's lineup, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold is free. Matip, who was like the main part last year, was free. Robertson was an 8 million. Shaqiri came from a relegated club. Gini Wijnaldum come from a relegated club. Henderson was someone who stays. Milner is free.
So biggest signing is Klopp because he changes these people into the $1 million players valued.
A lot of teams want players that people want. Like PSG, they bought players like Neymar and Mbappe. Does it help them win something that they have not won?
Exactly. That's why I hope that United will spend money and buy average players who will give all their.
So did they sign only because he's cheap?
Because he knows his tradition. I just hate to say people like, especially after last night's game. I mean this morning game. Like a lot of people are still like Olea. You know, but look at us. We are 5th on the table.
Yes.
Like, what do you expect? We have Fred and Matic as our midfield. We got Lingard, who's really gone off form. So with that kind of team he has, he's at 5th position. come on, you give him a good players, he should bring us to the top. It's the same with Jurgen Klopp. It took him 3-4 seasons to find the right mix of player.
Correct.
Again, they are not all-star players, right?
Correct.
Like Gini Wijnaldum, we know his quality. He went down with Newcastle.
Yeah.
In Newcastle, he was the best player. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like he's the biggest name, so he bought him.
Yeah.
You know, to us from like, oh, we are used to seeing like
Varan.
like a superstar or Kechique or like Matic.
Kechique superstar.
Kechique was a superstar during his time.
I know.
He's Spurs time. I mean, I guess that's why you hate him. But like compared to that, right? Like we have nothing, and they have players who were star men of lesser teams.
Yes, right.
You know what I mean?